everyone, it is Dani and welcome to this update video. I hope you're doing really good, and we're going to be talking about what is going on across the North Atlantic basin. So there is some severe weather moving through parts of the United States. You can see all of those white dots there across sections of Alabama, going to Georgia, and even Florida, the Panhandle, indicating all of the lightning strikes within that area. So there's been some severe weather up there. And there is an area of low pressure located out in the subtropical Atlantic, and we can see all those colors, all that convection associated with it. And there's also a frontal system which is attached, and that actually extends into the Caribbean. Notice this trail of those clouds that we see. So that extends to the Caribbean. And within some areas and parts of the Caribbean, there's been some shower activity. For others, it has been very dry. And there is a bit of an increase in rainfall across some areas today. So we're going to be taking a look at that. Let's zoom closer to the region. Here we can see there's all those low-level clouds coming down from the northeast for parts of the northeast Caribbean, Leeward Islands, Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, even towards Hispaniola, parts of the Bahamas, and Turks and Caicos Islands as well. We can see that flare of showers and thunderstorms in parts of the northwestern Caribbean, and a lot of moisture around parts of Central America. As it pertains to the rainfall activity anticipated for today, for parts of Florida, even the westernmost section of Cuba as well, going down to Central America, we can see those colorful shadings indicating that there's likely to be some periods of heavy rainfall today. And with those periods of heavy rain, there's a lot of heavy rain in a short amount of time, especially in the more vulnerable areas. There could be instances of flooding, so that is not out of the picture at all. Going to northern South America, for parts of Colombia, there could be a lot of heavy rain, sections of southern Venezuela, parts of Guyana, Suriname, and French Guiana as well. So there could be some decent rainfall in a couple spots, not guaranteed for everywhere. And then going to the ABC Islands, a couple showers may loiter nearby throughout the Lesser Antilles and parts of the Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, Hispaniola, Bahamas, Turks and Caicos. There may not be a whole lot of rain, but some passing showers will be possible. As for Jamaica, there could be some downpours today as well. Similar thing for the Cayman Islands. And we're looking at the wind forecast from Euro. And as we see more of those vibrant purple shades and even going to the blues, that is indicating some of these stronger winds over 20, maybe going up to 25 knots. And we can see those little tiny lines, the wind barbs. Now, notice how they're slanted to the northeast. So winds are coming in from the northeast, thus influencing those clouds that I showed you guys. So they're being carried down from the northeast because of the wind. And throughout much of today, that is going to continue. That's going to be the trend, those northeastern winds. But then we'll see winds gradually shifting to mostly from the east, especially for the Lesser Antilles. And in terms of the setup, this is a look at the surface chart right here. There we can see that area of low pressure, that front which extends into the Caribbean as well, another one leaving the US, and also notice that H, an area of high pressure. Usually as these low pressure systems, as these cold fronts make their way out, an area of high pressure rather sets up behind them. Now with the area of high pressure within the northern hemisphere, winds rotate in a clockwise fashion. So that is going to be the general direction, and hence the reason we've got those winds coming in from the north or northeast for sections of the Caribbean and also the Bahamas and Turks and Caicos Islands. So this is going to be the kind of pattern that we see. Some stronger fronts are expected as well. I mean, as we head into the new year, both of our main models, Euro and GFS, are actually agreeing on a cool down. But for right now, what's going on is there's still some cooler air affecting some of the areas. So where we've got some places with those stronger winds, you can let me know in the comments if this is what you're experiencing. But it's likely that there's those stronger winds coming down from the northeast for sure, but also some cooler temperatures. So this is what the anomaly temperature map looks like. We can see those blue shadings which indicate below normal temperatures, and we can see that mostly for parts of the northern Caribbean and also the Bahamas and Turks and Caicos Islands, even Bermuda. So you can let me know in the comments what exactly is going on for your area. But as it pertains to the next big cool down, this is anticipated as we're going to be heading into the latter part of next week. This is for Friday, the 10th of January. This is a forecast from Euro. Notice these deep blue and purple pinkish shadings. A lot of cool air anticipated with a pretty good Arctic blast coming down into parts of the US. So with the frontal system associated, that may be a pretty decent one, and it could influence our temperatures quite significantly, allowing us to experience very cool weather. And ahead of the boundary, there's likely to be a surge in rainfall. So I'll keep track on that, and I'll continue to talk about it if it's a trend that the models continually show. And then even for GFS also showing those deeper purples going to the dark blue shadings as well. So GFS is also in agreement about that next potential big cool down for the Caribbean. So it could be sometime around the latter part of next week, but I'll be keeping you guys posted as time goes by. Nothing is fully guaranteed because, of course, we're talking about the weather and there can always be changes. But yes, I'll be keeping you guys posted. This is certainly not something strange to see because we will continually experience this type of weather. This is typical for the Caribbean within the month of December and even going to January and February, potentially into early March as well. So guys, that's pretty much what I wanted to share with you in this update video, and I really do hope that you found it to be very informative. However, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them down in the comments. I will respond to you when I have the chance to do so, and remember to always do otherwise.